Okay. Closer. Yeah. Like place? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Herb tells everyone. In this week's Parsha of Lech Lecha, which recounts for us incidents in the life of Avraham Avinu, the Torah records for us that there was a war between 5 kings and 4 kings. It was a war of empires, and that it lasted for 25 years. The war apparently has nothing to do with Avraham Avinu. He's an innocent bystander to it. However, what happens is the Torah previously described how his nephew Lot left Avraham and moved to Sodom. Sodom was involved in the war, so Lot became a captive. So now Avraham is involved because he wants to save and release his nephew Lot from captivity. He also hopes that thereby he will bring about a change in Lot. That Lot could have learned his lesson. So he goes to war, however we understand it. The Torah says he had 318 soldiers. The Medrash even reduces that to 1, the Eliezer. But the import is that he goes to war and he is triumphant because it is miraculous. And he is able to defeat the armies and release his nephew Lot from captivity. One of the beneficiaries of this victory is Sodom, king of Sodom. The king of Sodom makes an offer to Avraham Avinu. It's an offer that you cannot refuse. He says, "Tein li hanefesh v'rechush tikach lecha." Give me the people, but all the booty, the great wealth, you take it because you're the one that won the war. Avraham Avinu answers him that he will not take michut v'ad sroch now. He won't take a thread or a shoelace. And it should not be said, Ani esharti es Avraham. The king of Sodom should not have the right to say, I made Avraham Avinu a wealthy man, so I'm not taking anything. The Gemara says that because he said this, he was zocher that his descendants would have the mitzvah of tzitzit and the mitzvah of chalitza. Some say the mitzvah of tefillin. So let's look at the parsha. How did Avraham become a wealthy man? He became a wealthy man because of what happened with Pharaoh and Sora. Pharaoh kidnapped Sora, the Ribono Shel Olam brought upon the house of Paro physical discomforts. And Paro realizes that Sarah is not merely a niece of Avraham Avinu, she's his wife. And he realizes that all the troubles that are coming upon him and his household is because he has kidnapped Sarah. So he gives Sarah back. But not only does he return Sarah, he gives Avraham enormous gifts. Avraham kaved ma'od b'mikne b'tzon b'kesev u'b'zov. Avraham wins the lottery in Egypt. Comes back a very wealthy man. So to me, the obvious question, why didn't Avraham say the same thing? I'm not going to take anything from Paro. Let him not say, Ani Yasharti es Avraham. I made Avraham wealthy. There he doesn't say a word. Takes it. Now the king of Sodom becomes pious. So let the Meforshim look at this. I'm sure all of you have been bothered by this question as well. Meforshim looked at it and say, don't say, since he was already wealthy, therefore he would not take from the king of Sodom. When he was by Paro, he wasn't wealthy yet. So he took. But now that he's got the Koved Ma'od, he's got everything that he needs, so he can afford to say, don't say Ani Yasharti es Avraham. Don't say that. Because the Gemara says, Mishi Yesh Lo Mona Rotze Mosai. Someone who wants money, there's no limit to what one has. So if he has 100 million, he wants a billion. And if he has a billion, he wants a trillion. People have money that if they live 1,000 years, they couldn't spend it. But that doesn't decrease their appetite for money. So therefore, why did Avraham say by Paro, I'm going to take the money? And why by the king of Sodom does he say, now, I wouldn't take anything? And let no one say, Ani Yasharti es Avraham. So there are, as usual, because the Torah is without end, there are many answers. But one of the answers that I would want to suggest, Avraham, when he leaves Mitzrayim, has no experience with money. Doesn't know what money can do to people. Lot became a millionaire in Mitzrayim because he was attached to Avraham. And the moment Lot became a millionaire, he has a fight with his father, with his uncle, and he says, "He poured no more. I'm leaving, and I'm going to Sodom." Avraham now realizes what corruption can come from having money. how people can be destroyed simply by their good fortune, how they will make wrong choices, how they will forget what really is important. He has a chance to be with Avraham Avinu. Instead, he moves to Las Vegas. So once he realized that, and he learned that bitter lesson, and he learned it within his own family. So then when the offer is made by the king of Sodom, he is aware that he also can be corrupted. He's aware of the power of wealth, the power of money, how it controls people. People think they control their money, but the opposite is true. When I was in Miami Beach, I was a young rabbi. There was such a time. I had people in shul that would sit by the stockbroker and watch the tape the whole day. So I once remarked to one of them, are you trading? Are you buying or selling? He said, no, but I want to see what happens with my money. So I said to him, maybe you should think, but your money is interested in what's happening with you. What about you? And that's a direct question that all of us face on a regular basis. And therefore, when Avram says, let no one say, Ani yasharti et Avram, he's saying that it's in the hands of God, not in my hands. And I can't do anything about it. And I don't need it. And I've seen that others have been destroyed by it. And I mourn the fact that Lot got money. Because Lot, before he was rich, he was Gam Lot HaHolech Avram. He's going with Avram. But now that he became wealthy, he can't go. He takes a different course, a different path. That's an important lesson in life. And it's an important lesson at every stage of life. Because till the end, we're always faced by the same challenges. And therefore, the Torah emphasized to us the response of Avraham Avinu to the king of Sodom, and also taught us the reward for having the right attitude is that you have further mitzvahs that you can serve Hashem with. Rabbi Hanania ben Akash Omer, what's HaKadosh Baruch Hu was Akos as Yisrael, the Shich HaChir B'Layim Torah Mitzvot Shem Amar.